Up next on Lion TV, we have Ashlyn Starks with your weather updates, Hannah Shoey with the story over Lion Press,
and me, Addie Butler.
And me, Sam D, with all your local announcements.
All that and more, Lion TV starts now.
What's up, Cersei? I'm Addie Butler.
And I'm the one and only Sammy D. It's great to be with you guys on this fine Friday.
It sure is, Sammy, but I'm already ready for the weekend.
Me too. Let's take a look at those announcements. The last day to order personalization on your 2020 Lion yearbook is today. Be sure to go to jostensyearbooks.com to order.
Everyone is invited to the second annual SHS Multicultural Festival World Fair this Tuesday, February 4th from 5:30 to 7 in the SHS cafeteria. Students and community members will display cultural diversity in Cersei through various country displays, crafts, performances, and more.
The annual deadline to apply for the privately funded scholarship at A-State is quickly approaching. Students must apply by tomorrow on A-State's website.
Students who are considering going to Paul Mitchell following graduation can apply for their $1,000 scholarship on their website.
Mississippi State University is hosting their spring preview days on February 17th and March 23rd. Interested students can go to previewday.msstate.edu for more information.
The FBI is offering the Future Agent in Training program. Interested students must be 16 to 19 years old by April 10th, have a GPA of 3.0 or higher, and be able to travel on their own to Fort Smith on April 10th, 17th, and 24th for the 8:30 to 4 o'clock program. The student cannot be involved in any criminal proceeding, not including traffic violations.
Let's send things over to Hannah with a story over our very own Lion Press.
While many students have heard of Lion TV, little know that Lion Press, the school's online newspaper, even exists. I got with a few of the writers to get their input on the class.
I joined Lion Press because it sounded interesting at the time. At that point I was really interested in going into advertising, that kind of stuff, and I thought it'd be a good basis for education in that line of work.
I actually didn't choose to join it. I got my schedule coming in this year, and I saw that I had Intro to Media Communications. I had no idea what that was, and then I came into this class, not knowing what to expect. Until I figured out it was Lion Press, and I decided to just roll with it, have a good time.
The writing process may seem hard and tedious, but the students have gotten used to it and it now comes naturally.
No, I'm saying I remember you showing us how to use the website.
The writing process for me is just trying to find a topic, and then once I've figured out that topic, see who would be best to interview on that topic, who feels passionate about it, and getting a good variety of interviews for that topic. And then it's just a matter of putting it all down into a reasonable format that would be interesting to the reader.
Then once you've finished your story, you send it to the editor, they've checked everything out, then you post it on our site. Add some tags just so that people recognize it, and you're good to go.
At the beginning of the year, students are given the chance to become one of Lion Press's editors.
As an editor, every Friday it's my job, or every other Friday, it's my job to read other people's stories, make sure they sound good, everything makes sense, and just make sure that it's okay to put on our site.
While it is typically easy for the writers, there are difficulties that they face during their writing process.
Hardest part, probably just keeping track of, who you're trying to contact and making sure that they're still contacting with you, and setting up times to actually go in and interview them and stuff.
Sometimes, it can be difficult finding good topics to write about. This year hasn't been as big a deal because we've had so much stuff going on.
Overall, the students in Lion Press very much enjoy it and would recommend others to join as well.
I would recommend it to anyone who's interested in any form of journalism, whether it be TV or paper. Both it'd be a good basis for both. So, and then if you're just interested in trying something new, it's always good to have a well-rounded, high school career.
Like I said, coming into this, I had no idea what to expect, and then I'm now the editor, and I've gotten a lot out of it. I've really enjoyed going out, finding the story, and learning a lot more about Cersei. It's been great.
Lion Press is a great opportunity to write articles, gain journalism experience, and learn about the community and world around you. If you're interested, don't pass up the chance to join. Back to the news desk.
Thanks, Hannah.
For much of the last 20 years, John Bolton was a conservative poster child, a Republican hawk whose worldview helped shape the GOP establishment's approach to dicey foreign policy questions. Now, as President Donald Trump's former national security advisor prepares to dish on his days in the White House, some old friends and colleagues are turning on him, and others are nervously wondering what he may be poised to reveal.
Chinese around the country are confined to their apartments, either by choice or by order. They're making the best of the situation as cities remain in lockdown in a desperate bid to contain a new dangerous virus. A couple from Shantou, a coastal city in the Guangdong province, recreated a childhood game at home for their children. Many travel plans and outdoor activities were canceled. A lot of people are strictly limiting their needs of going outside, said Ouyang the Father.
When the leading Democratic presidential candidates marked Martin Luther King Jr. Day by linking arms and marching through South Carolina's Capitol, Michael Bloomberg was nowhere near the early primary state. The former New York mayor was instead in Arkansas, tossing out candy at a King Day parade and enjoying his status as the only presidential hopeful in town. Skipping the early voting states and banking on success in later delegate-rich contests has never been done successfully. But no candidate has ever brought the financial firepower that Bloomberg can. He's worth an estimated $60 billion and has already spent more than $200 million building a campaign in more than 24 states. He staked his hopes on states like Texas, California, and Arkansas that vote on March 3rd. Let's send things over to Ashlyn to see what the weather is looking like for this week.
Good afternoon, Cersei High School. I'm Ashlyn Starks. Let's get right into some local weather updates. Today, it'll be mostly cloudy with a high of 50, rain at 10%, winds going north at 4 miles per hour, your humidity at 82%, and your sun rose at 7:07 a.m. On to tonight. Tonight, it'll be partly cloudy with a low of 36, rain at 20%, winds going west-northwest at 4 miles per hour, humidity at 92%, and your sun will set at 5:24 p.m. On to the almanac. Over the last 7 days, the high was 50 and the low was 27. Your monthly average of precipitation was 3.57 inches and your month to date is 5.85 inches. On to the 5cast. Saturday, it'll be partly cloudy with a high of 55, a low of 37, and a 20% chance of rain. Sunday, it'll be mostly sunny with a high of 67, a low of 47, and a 10% chance of rain. Monday, it'll be PM showers with a high of 61, a low of 53, and a 40% chance of rain. Tuesday, there will be showers with a high of 59, a low of 35, and a 50% chance of rain. And Wednesday, it'll be partly cloudy with a high of 47, a low of 34, and a 20% chance of rain. So it looks like it's going to be pretty cloudy and rainy this week, but I actually like that weather, so it's okay.
So do I. Let's see what we're having for lunch. Breaded steak fingers, teriyaki chicken, mashed potatoes, broccoli with cheese, Texas toast, and milk.
Be sure to thank our fabulous lunch ladies for their delicious, nutritious food.
The NHS will be having its annual food drive. 9th grade classes, please bring peanut butter crackers, cheese crackers, saltine crackers, snack packs of cookies, basically any kind of snack cracker in packages. The personal hygiene items are deodorant or soap. The 10th grade classes can bring easy prep meals such as macaroni and cheese, hamburger helper, ramen noodles, etc. The personal hygiene item is wet wipes.
11th grade classes, please bring ready-to-eat pop-top canned foods such as pasta meals, soup, rice meals, ravioli, etc. No, only pop-top cans, no cans that have to have a can opener. The personal hygiene item is toothbrushes. 12th grade classes, please bring Pop-Tarts, granola bars, breakfast bars, and the personal hygiene item is toothpaste.
Now let's send it over to Joseph to find out what happens in the life of a teacher.
Some of us are wanting to be teachers after college. I got with a few teachers to see what their work life is like and how they enjoy it here.
Some teachers have been teaching for a long time. That's probably why we have such great teachers here at Cersei High School.
I've been at Cersei High School for 15 years, but I've been teaching total for 20.
I've
been teaching for 26 years. So yeah, a long, long time.
Students are what get most teachers out of bed in the morning, or at least that's what they say. Some of the teachers here in Searcy may have taught another member of your family, maybe your mom.
Every day I look forward to seeing my students. That's kind of what keeps me going, is their energy and their ability to learn. I really look forward to teaching new concepts, new ideas, and having them get that and take that out into their life and be able to use it then in more than just the English classroom.
What gets me out of bed and makes me want to come to work every day is seeing my students. I look forward to visiting with them, to finding out, you know, if they won their game the night before, or who made all region, or even somebody was supposed to have a date and how did that go. And I look forward to seeing my friends too that I work with.
Of course, there are pros and cons of teaching. Surprisingly, there are a lot more pros than cons.
There are lots of pros. The students are a huge pro. To feel like that I make a difference in young people's lives every day is a huge pro.
Pros are that if it's really something you like to do, then you're doing a job that you enjoy every day. Some of the cons would be, a lot of people would say our pay. I mean, the pay is fine. You can look up what teachers make so you kind of know what you're getting into when you decide to do it for a profession. So, but of course I'd take more money if somebody gave it to me.
It's something new every day. It's fun and entertaining, and to say that I now have students in class that I've had older siblings and aunts and uncles, and I don't have any yet that I've had their parents, but I'm getting close.
To me, what's really great about working at SHS is that the expectation is that students come to class ready to learn.
Well, that's all I have for you today, Cersei. Let's send it back to the anchors.
Thanks, Joe. I'm glad I know all that about my teachers now.
Now let's send things over to Colin to find out what's happening in the world of sports.
Good afternoon, Searcy High School. I'm Colin Shepard, here to bring you your local and national sports updates. In local news, last night our Searcy Lions wrestling team faced off against Holland Fair. We don't know the results yet, but we will inform you as soon as possible. Today, our Lions will be facing Nettleton at their arena. We talked to Freddie Hicks to see what they're doing to prepare for this game.
We watched a little film on them. We've been going over some plays and just getting after it in practice every day.
Be sure not to miss it. Looking on your Razorback news, the Razorbacks basketball team will be facing its Alabama tomorrow. Currently, Arkansas has a record of 15-5, while Alabama has a record of 12-8. Let's hope our Piggies can catch the dub. In national news, the Super Bowl is coming up soon with the Chiefs going against the 49ers. The 49ers have a record of 15-3, while the Chiefs have a record of 14-4. Better make some party plans soon, because the Super Bowl will be this Sunday, airing at 6:30 p.m. Well, Cersei, that about wraps it up for today. Let's send it back to the news desk.
Thanks, Colin, for those updates. Let's send things right over to a new segment Ashley and Maria have been working on, Puncast.
I'm Ashley. I'm Maria. And this is the Puncast,
where this segment's pretty punny.
It will raise your spirits just like we raise a glass of chocolate milk.
Let's
get right into it. Did you know that French fries weren't actually made in French?
What were they made of?
They were made in Greece.
How does a penguin build its house?
It glues.
It glues itself together.
What did the horse say after he fell?
What?
Help, I've fallen and I can't giddy up.
Why do melons have weddings? Because they cantaloupe. Make sure to tune in next time.
Hope you guys giggled.
Let's send things back to the news desk.
Deuces, gooses.
Well, that wraps up today's episode of Lion TV.
If you missed any episodes, be sure to go to our YouTube channel and subscribe to Searcy Highline TV. Also, you can go to SearcyLionPress.com to see Andrew Tyler with his story over new restaurants for the new year.
And remember to follow us on Twitter at Lion TV, Instagram at Searcy Lion TV, and Facebook at Searcy High Lion TV. Signing off, I'm Addie Butler.
And I'm Sammy D. See y'all next week.